the official beginning of a 9-day schedule to honor Jimmy Carter.
All ceremonies and services begin and end right here in South Georgia. The first day of funeral services is Saturday. WAOB News 10's Tristan Clements reports on the public events that will take place starting in Sumter County.
President Jimmy Carter's final ride through South Georgia will begin here at Phoebe Sumter this Saturday. Here, he'll be loaded into a hearse and begin the 9.1-mile journey to his boyhood home at the Jimmy Carter National Park around 10:15. The route moves down a peaceful stretch of highway fitting for the former president's rural agricultural roots. The route will pass through downtown Plains. This is where Jimmy Carter's friends and neighbors will be able to begin paying their final respects. A motorcade of current and former special agents from the Secret Service will escort the former president through the town that he put on the map. This is the place where a 5-year-old Jimmy Carter sold boiled peanuts for a nickel a bag, where a young farmer became involved in local government, and where just over 50 years ago he announced his candidacy to be the 39th President of the United States.
Who would ever thought that a South Georgia boy would get to be the President of the United States?
After the motorcade makes its way through Plains, it will travel another 3.5 miles to Mr. Carter's boyhood home, an unincorporated town called Archery. Today, Mr. Carter's boyhood home is a National Historic Park, preserved to look as it did when he was a boy. Humble beginnings coming from this small farmhouse where a young Jimmy Carter learned the necessity of hard work, the love of family, and a place he never forgot, even after reaching the highest level of authority and power in the nation.
That means a lot for the small community, and that you got somebody that didn't have to be on a large estate to be a president.
His high moral fiber, his character, his personality, he was a good humanitarian.
Here, National Park Service members will salute and ring the historic farm bell 39 times. That being the last time he would visit the family farm before being laid to rest on Thursday, January the 9th in Plains. Reporting for your hometown news source, I'm Tristan Clements.
And there are many moving parts honoring Jimmy Carter. Services and tributes will continue after Mr. Carter's procession to Atlanta on Saturday. I want to take a look at what that schedule will look like. After lying in repose for 2 days, Mr. Carter will be flown to Washington, D.C. to lie in state at the U.S. Capitol. The public can go by and pay their respects until Thursday morning, January 9th. A ceremony will be held for Carter at the Washington National Cathedral. Then his remains will be flown back here to Georgia, where a private funeral will be held at Maranatha Baptist Church in Plains, the Carter's home church. The late president will then be buried at his home by his bride of 77 years, Rosalind Carter.
Jimmy